What's going on, peeps and peepettes? I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm getting better. Thank you so much for expressing yourself in the comment section of the previous videos. So just expressing my appreciation that you guys are actually caring for me. That's awesome. So today we are gonna do the engineering variant on the Federation one. If I'm butchering the name, I do apologize, but this is going to be the Andorian Kuthar Pilot Escort Tier 6 review. I'm going to do, like you guys normally are accustomed to the channel. I'm going to go through all of the customization that can be done, the comparison, ship visuals, and then lastly, we are going to take a closer look at how this thing is in combat and how it's going to perform in combat. Now, this is an engineering variant of this ship, so survivability could be a little bit of a problem, to say the least. So here we go. More details. A new breed of pilot escorts, or at least this is the, sorry guys, this is the information that Critic has provided us. A little bit of a background story for the for these ships, and they also talk about the escort mechanics, like all of these, or at least not the pilot escorts mechanics. They have these ability to go forward, backward, left, and right. And it's really cool, and I'm definitely going to showcase this in space, but continuing with the information that Critic has provided us right here. This new breed of pilot escorts represents the unique blend of technologies from each of the primary alliance members, with various projects and subsystems pulled from the Andorian, Lethan, and Devan technologies. The slick styling, tight maneuverability, and impressive arsenal offensive capabilities of existing Andorian escorts have informed a great deal about the core functionality of these vessels, as is obviously reflected in these modernized Andorian starships. This variant of the pilot escort draws upon lethal sensibility of subsystem reinforcement and computer processing speed, and therefore offers additional engineering bridge officer seat and consoles, while sacrificing a little bit in terms of its offensive capabilities. Pilot ships are highly agile craft designed to perform advanced maneuvers that can give them a deadly edge in combat. Your starship can perform a sudden maneuver in each horizontal direction, forward, backward, left, and right. Executing each maneuver will rapidly reposition your starship while granting very brief damage immunity, but cost all available thruster fuel, which takes several seconds to recover. Now, I am going to, like I said, I'm going to showcase this in space. It's kind of like a really cool mechanics. There is like a fuel bar or a gauge that when it is full, you can actually execute this forward, backward, left, and right maneuver. And it's going to basically, make your ship go into that direction. Really awesome. The Andorian Kuthar Pilot Escorts come pre-equipped with the console universal wing torpedo platforms. This ship, equipped with this, is capable of deploying wing torpedo platforms, which will orbit your ship and fire at your targets. Wing torpedo platform will regularly fire photon torpedoes at your target. Additionally, when you activate torpedo spread 1, 2, or 3, your torpedo platform will activate torpedo spread 1. When you activate torpedo high yield 1, 2, or 3, your torpedo platform will activate the same deal, torpedo high yield 1. Actually, I want to interrupt this thing right here because all of these ships come equipped with their own universal console, and that universal console is part of a space set. If you have all 3 space sets equipped on the same ship, the Andorians, the Romulans, or the Klingon variant, the Federation Klingons, or the Romulan variant, And you have this thing equipped to the wing platforms. These wing platforms, when you're going to activate torpedo spread or torpedo high yield, they're going to activate torpedo spread version 2 or torpedo high yield version 2. So keep that in mind. It's really awesome. This is tied up to whatever you're going to activate. There are not a lot of players that actually use torpedoes as, you know, their primary source of dealing damage. But if you are doing that, you know, this might be something interesting to you to think about. I don't know if you want to use it, but, you know, definitely worthwhile thinking about it. This console also provides a passive boost to critical hit chance with projectile weapons and critical hit severity with projectile weapons. So, you know, even more stuff to consider for your build. This console mod can be equipped in any console slot, but may only be used in the Andorian, Leith, and Admiralty Escort. You're equipped any one of these mods at any single ship. After achieving level 5, you will unlock the painful memory Starship Trait. While slotted, foes affected by engineering bridge officer ability will also be slowed down and suffer from ongoing electrical damage over time effect for the next 10 seconds. Now, to utilize this thing, you need to be Starfleet. This is a tier 6. Starship rank required is Vice Admiral, and the base hull that you're going to get at level 60 is going to be 40,800 hit points. So, like I said in my 3 previous videos, 40,000, let's say 41,000 is not a lot of hit points, guys. It's basically glass cannon terminology coming back again. Shield modifier 1.1, 5 weapons on the front, 2 on the aft, plus the experimental weapon slot right here, the Alliance Hyper Cannon. So it's basically a 5.3 if you're counting that. Room for 2 devices with a console modification, 5 tactical, 4 engineering, and 2 science, making an overall of 11 consoles that you can equip on this thing. Definitely tactical heavy, engineering heavy as well, and lacking in science. A base turn rate of 16 degrees per second with an impulse modifier of 0.2 with an inertia rating of 70, plus 15 to weapons and plus 5 to engines at default. Now this thing has that universal console, the wing torpedo platform, and the experimental weapon slot. That is a 360 degree targeting weapon, and I think it's cool. Has some really cool mechanics, but I'm definitely going to go through that in space in more detail. Pilot maneuvers, that is that ship mechanics that I'm talking about earlier, definitely going to showcase that. It's really cool. Starship Mastery Package Escort, precise weapon system, tactical maneuvering, enhanced weapon system, devastating weaponry, and that unlockable Starship Trait, painful memories. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to make this my current Starship, and then I'm going to head over to the customization of this video. After that, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, we're going to go into space and make a comparison in its size against the Lucari science ship, the visuals, and then into combat. So this is the part where we're going to start customizing this ship. And like I mentioned before, you can actually switch out the templates to the ship. So if you own both or, all 3 of these ships, you can actually interchange the templates. You can actually make it look like you're using the tactical variant, that is this one, or the engineering variant, the one that we are currently doing the review on. Kind of looks on the, on the left and right section, the profile kind of looks badass. Kind of looks like a big shuttle. Now, this definitely looks like a really big Andorian ship. Don't know how much it's going to be with the... Oh, we definitely have different options up here. The window types. So we got... what do we got? At standard default, we got Andorian Type 1. What is the difference between Andorian Type 1 and 2? Okay, so they're just adding a little bit more underneath right here. You can actually see that they are adding a new row of lights, but that's about it. All right. Type 1. Okay, so this is Type 1. If I go back forward, you can actually see the difference between Type 1 and Type 2. Okay. Type 2 and 3 right here. And 3 and 4. I would go with this one, the default. It's not really appealing. We do have lots of material types, just like on the other one, the tactical variant. So we do have the Andorian. This is a slick design, man. This could be like a Riemann material type that they're actually putting up here. And I was really amazed that they actually have this as a material type, because this thing is like mind-blowingly beautiful. Wow. And it's even true on this ship as well, because we had this one on the tactical variant, but look at this on the wow, very nice. All right, Andorian Type 2. Okay, this is not really mind-blowing, but it is different. Sure, different. The Kazon. Hey, that's kind of like the Andorian, but just a little bit different. Kind of like it too as well. Okay, this is the way it came with, and this is basically the same deal of the other ship, or at least the template. Material types of it. You can actually see, oh, it actually has like really cool markings that you don't see. You only see it when, like, you know, when the light hits. Oh, that's cool. When it reflects light, you can only see that. That is nice. It's a little bit of new information that wasn't available. Awesome. And the upgraded, wow, look at that. The upgraded material type. But where is my veteran? Don't I get a veteran option right here? What is up with that? Okay. I definitely need to write a letter to Cryptic. Where is my veteran upgraded version? Because these things are not good. Oh, you can actually mismatch components as well. Okay. Generators. So you can mismatch these the upper part right here. These are apparently called generators. The forward hull. The aft hull. Wow, nice. The outer cannons. These are the end patterns up here at the wings. And the inner cannon. Oh, that's this part right here. Okay. These things are called cannons, but they don't actually fire from here. What is up with that? Anyway, basic. I'm going to cancel all of the changes that we did, and we are actually going to do this, or at least we're going to continue the video by doing, you know, the ship when it comes out of the box, because that is basically the baseline model of the ship. So let's go into space. So here we go in space, guys. This is how it is in the profile in comparison with the Lucari science ship, the Dorito. Just positioning it a little bit better. So, whoa, okay, that is that pilot ability. I accidentally pressed my D key twice, and it basically does that. And then you have to wait until this bar gets like all the way full, and then you can use it again. It's quite good. Personally, I use it only like, in emergency situations where, my ship is about to get exploded and, moving out of combat range, just like emergency power to engines or evasive maneuvers, something like that. Just getting yourself out of the area. So, it's not bigger. It's not, it kind of is a little bit bigger, but it's not, a lot bigger. It's basically the same in its size, just like the science ship. So, okay, so I'm gonna go to that favorite location where I'm going to start displaying all of the visuals. So here we go in space. This is how the ship looks like. Default skin, nothing has changed. I am going to zoom in, just like that, so you guys can actually see the finer details. And that glow is just awesome that they incorporated that in the game as well. Now, I know that like the high-end DPSers that actually have lots of abilities, traits, and skills as player skills, not bridge officer skills. We're really looking forward to these ships. And I've heard like a couple of them saying that they've been let down by, the overall how the ship actually performs. But I would say, just for the aesthetics, just to have these ships is just enough for me. Just to have them in my inventory, the option to use them whenever I want to. It's fine by me. All right, I'm going to start equipping the visuals now, and we are going to start with the adapted Maiko. That is this one, and this one. This is the adapted Maiko. Now, they did say something about the jittering of, when the ship actually moves just a little bit. You guys can actually see it. I really don't know what it has to do with, why the ship actually does that. And I have no idea how or, how the game mechanics actually making that ship look, or at least move like that. And no idea when they're going to fix that, but probably on the next update or the next downtime that they're going to fix all of the bugs. And they also included like, or at least they said that they're going to make the Tier 5 torpedo platforms, the old ones, compatible with the Tier 6 of the Andorians. So that was definitely something to look forward to. Next is going to be the Aegis Space Set. There we go. Aegis right here. Can actually see the finer details of the Aegis coming up to life, including this part right here, these aft sections, with that whole engine wake. That's beautiful color blue. Nice. Even more apparent right here when it's like not being lit up. All right, next in line is going to be the assimilated Borg. 1, 2, 3. The Borg Space Set. Now, for you guys that have no idea what you're looking at, this is the engineering variant of the Tier 6, the Andorian, the Federation version. I love that glow. That glow is awesome. Oh, there it started to jitter again. Could it be that it has to do with like positioning the ship somewhere? Maybe only certain maps. I just got a PM. That's just my character. All right, let's continue. Counter command is going to be next. Delta counter command, counter, and counter. I'm sorry if you are PMing me right now and I'm not responding. Do apologize for that, but I'm kind of like in the middle of making a video. I hope you understand when I'm not replying to you. I'm not trying to be a... let me just put it nicely. I'm not trying to be a bad man by not responding, but I'm just, in the middle of the video. This is the counter command that you guys are looking. Enter. I think it looks beautiful with the counter command space set. I really do. All right, next one is going to be the Delta. 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 And Delta. Here we go with the Delta space set. All right, let's turn this thing around. See the other side. It is kind of good to look at, though. I mean, especially these like faded out colors. I love that. Very nice. All right, next is gonna be the Dyson. Where is the Dyson? I think it's that one, and Dyson. Ooh, okay. I thought the Dyson visuals were going to envelop the entire ship. It's not. Wow. Wow, now it's really jittering right now. It's really cold in space, guys. It's shivering. Wow. Yeah, that doesn't help. That doesn't help at all. All right, turning it around. Seeing how the light is going to affect the visuals. Okay. That's nice. You can actually see there are two compartments in the forward section of the ship. Right here, there are two compartments that go like all the way inside the ship. Look at that. 1, 2. Wow, okay. That's something you guys probably might have missed. All right, so that one is the Dyson. Let's do the Iconians. Iconians and also Iconians. Okay, here we go with the Iconians. I just saw a shape that I'm not even going to comment on. I just saw something on the hull being displayed right about here. Not even going to comment. All right, turning this around. Oh, very nice. Definitely more details. All right, next one is going to be the Gemhead R. That one, and this one. Gemhead R visuals. Now, see, this is what I was actually expecting, the Gemhead, or at least the visuals to envelop the entire ship when we're doing the Dyson. Just like this, just like the Gemhead R. Kind of looks like the Gemhead R has like two colors to their visuals, just like this gray and this pinkish. And obviously like this match with bright lights and stuff like that inside. That's cool. All right, turning it around. All right, let's continue down the line with the new Kara visuals. New Kara deflector, engines, shields. Making this ship look like this. Like now it's not, not shaking anymore. I think it's gotten used to the environment that it is on in space. It's weird. Sometimes it like shakes, just like here. And yeah, it's starting to shake again. Why did I even talk about it, right? That's just weird. Why did I even mention? All right, let me turn the thing around so you can see a little bit of like darkened areas. Okay. Definitely more lively on the darkened side. You can see a lot of bright lights and stuff like that. Very nice. All right, next in line, the Omega. 1, 2, 3. The 3-piece of the Omega. Wow, my neighbor is hammering down something and it's like crazy. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but he's going at it with a hammer. I don't know if my my mic is gonna pick it up, but if you don't hear it, it's all good. But if you do, make sure to note that it's not me doing that. Are you guys seeing a little bit of a glow, greenish glow right here? Right there? Right here. Oh, okay. That's part of the ship. Okay, okay. We did see a greenish glow when we were doing the customization, so I was like, what is that up with the glow? All right, next one is going to be the Remans. Reman, and Reman visuals. Okay. Now, I did see a comment that a particular viewer, subscriber to the channel, didn't actually love the honeycomb design. That was interesting, to say the least, because I kind of like it. But to his or her opinion, this honeycomb design was just too big. I think it's good. Don't want to disagree too much, and obviously it's your opinion, and I'm just stating my opinion, and both are valid, obviously. But maybe they could be a little bit smaller, because if you look at the ship in its totality, that honeycomb design is going to be like a plate or a section of a ship. That might actually be a little bit big. So I agree with you on that. But visually, just going off of the visuals, it's kind of okay. All right. Riemann we just did, so Romulan is going to be the next one. Very nice. Can actually see that glow coming back that we were talking about. Let me just turn it around. Nice. Not a lot of you guys that are actually liking the, or at least I have not seen anybody that is commented about the Romulan space set to their, that they like it or they don't like it. The temporal space set, or as some of you are still calling it, the disco space set. And to be honest, I might have seen one or two of you guys whenever I'm warping in and out of systems that actually use these as visuals. Like all of the other visuals, I mean, some are obviously going to be used more often than other ones. Like the Lucari is, a really good one to use. The Terran visuals are a really good one to use as well. The Iconians and all of that. But not a lot of you guys use the Romulan or the temporal visuals. And that might be saying enough. I don't know. I don't know. To each his own, I guess. All right, let's do the next one. That's going to be the Terran visuals. Here we go with the Terran visuals. Looks good, right? Looks really good. I love the person that actually developed all of these visuals. I don't know if that particular person is still working at Cryptic or is, moved on or somebody else is doing it. But the person that actually developed the Terran visuals, that just, that's awesome. He nailed it. He nailed it on the aesthetics. That's just awesome. All right, flipping it over. Like, look at this. This thing is just beautiful as a ship. Now, it might blow up, like, half of the time that you're going to be in combat, but it's still a beautiful ship. And each time you're going to blow it up, you're going to get a new one. A fresh one. All right, next one is going to be the Breen. Engines and shields. Here we go with the Breen visuals. Yeah, these are like the oldest visuals that we got. These are like the first visuals that we ever had in the game that actually changed the way your ship looks like. Because this was like part of a reward from playing a mission. Don't know which mission it was, top of my head, but you guys probably can see it on the top left when I'm actually changing these visuals right there. All right, switching it over to the other side. All right, next in line is going to be the Lucari. Is it this one? Yes. And the visuals. Here we go with the Lucari visuals. Now, most of you actually enjoy the Lucari, and me being also one of you that actually I love the Lucari as visuals. As visuals go. And I agree with you guys, 100% definitely Tron-like. And I would actually, I don't know if any of you guys have like ties with Cryptic or anything like that, but I would definitely love to see the process of how these ships actually are being addressed when they're adding visuals, how that process goes, because everybody knows, you can how to make ships. You basically have like, beam and just make it bigger, smaller, you chop something off, and there is a weapon node, and you add something like that, and you add to that, and and then all of a sudden you have a ship. But how does it actually, go through to making like the layers on top, the one that we are actually seeing right here, the Lucari, for an example? I would definitely love to see that process, how it's being developed. The Regalia Space Set. Like, even on this one, I mean, how does it, how does one choose what to put up here and what to put up there, and all of these like mirrors, or I call them mirrors. I don't even know if they are mirrors. But how does that come to be, That could be a very interesting idea. Oh, they actually put it up the engine modifiers right on the aft section as well. Okay, that's nice. Let me rotate this thing around. Nice. That is really cool. Sorry, guys. But I am sick. All right, next one is going to be the last space set that we're going to do. That's the Bajoran Space Set. Visuals are right there. Now, I am just remaining silent right now because I don't have a lot of positive stuff to say about these visuals. So, yeah. All right, let's flip this thing over. Like when it is not being illuminated. Sorry, when it is not being illuminated, it's just like, what were you thinking, right? So we do have 2 vanity shields, and hopefully we're going to get more. But for now, we only have 2 vanity shields. And that is under the visual tab. You can actually change them out. So that is the Zenkethi one, the one that you guys are looking at currently. Now this only ties up to the visuals. All of these vanity visuals that they added in the game, they only change the way the ship looks. They don't change the statistics, the numbers and stuff like that. So just the visuals. And these things go for around 80 million on the exchange. That's like crazy amount. Crazy amount on the exchange. But I guess it's worth it. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is truly an awesome looking ship with the vanity of the Zenkethi visuals. I like it. I like all of the ship that has the vanity of the Zenkethi. Now we do have another one, and this one is from the Discovery. Well, let me put this one there. And this one is from the Discovery visuals. Or at least the vanity from the Discovery lockbox, or at least the weapon cases. You need to open up the weapon cases to actually have a chance to get the vanity visuals from the Discovery. I'm not a big fan of these visuals, to be honest. It's just like, you know, I don't know. There isn't anything special. Well, there are markings up here, but rather than, you know, watching markings on a plate, on a whole plating, I'm like, you know, maybe you could have done something better. More appealing to the eyes. Maybe some different colors or something like that. Colors to the opposite spectrum of each other that usually are really good. Like salt and pepper, you know, those kind of stuff. But that's just me. All right. That is everything that has to do with the visuals of this thing. Now, just to go through this ship at a time, these come equipped with standard the Andorian phasers. These phasers have a 2.5% one random subsystem offline. That's basically from the Federation phasers. Anything else worth mentioning? No, we already saw that this thing has 5 weapons on the front, 2 weapons on the aft, plus the experimental 360-degree hyper cannon. So this thing has a 360-degree targeting arc, 10-kilometer range, 0.5 seconds to charge up, to build its charge and then discharge. And then after it's discharged, it's going to be offline for 3.5 seconds. It's going to take that time to recharge. To the target, 3,614.6 radiation damage. Now that is based on my particular character. And I could tell you that's the base amount of damage that it's going to do because I don't have any points in my skill tree. Now, there is a 10% chance across the board for one subsystem offline for the next 4.7 seconds, or a minus 10% or just minus 10 in all damage resistance to the enemy for the next 15 seconds, or 22.8 plasma damage per second for the next 15 seconds that is going to ignore the shields. Now, basically what it is right here, these are the phaser subsystem offline. That is basically because of arguments that they could not settle. So they, integrated like all three systems from the Federation for the Klingons that are doing disruptor damage, and also from the Romulans that do a plasma damage. So they argued and they settled for 10% of each. So really cool in the backstory. Room for 2 devices. Now we got 4 engineering console slots right here. And engineering console slots is really cool because this thing is going to do survivability a little bit more. I mean, obviously the statistics, 40,800 hit points, not a good thing. Shields are at 8k, not also a good thing, but it is what it is. Science, 2 consoles right here to do science abilities, and we have 5 tactical console slots. So this is on the top tier of doing DPS with this ship. Survivability is like the lowest one, so this thing is definitely glass cannon. Glass cannon is like, you can dish out a lot of DPS, but you cannot take any DPS. With that being said, let me go over to my Admiralty and just start something. All right, so this is the Admiralty card. Kuthar Pilot Escort Tier 6, 3 stars in its rarity, 36 points in engineering, 55 in tactical, 26 in science, 18 hours in cooldown. Now that is minus the special ability that this thing has, minus 25% in maintenance per engineering ship. So if you equipped, another one with the same assignment or the same project, it's going to be minus 25 in maintenance per engineering ship that you have equipped up there. So that's awesome, to be honest. Very nice. The Universal Console information right here. The equipped Starship. The equipped Starship is capable of deploying deploying wing torpedo platform which orbit your ship and fire at your targets. The wing torpedo platform will regularly fire torpedoes, photon torpedoes at your target. Additionally, when you activate spread 1, 2, or 3, your torpedo platform will activate torpedo spread 1, and when you activate torpedo high yield 1, 2, or 3, your torpedo platform will activate torpedo high yield 1. This also provides a passive boost to critical hit. You guys can see that here. Critical hit chance 25% of 2.5% with projectile weapons, and also plus 20 in critical severity with projectile weapons. Now these are the torpedo, the wing torpedo synergy. That's basically what we just read right here. So when you're going to activate torpedo spread or torpedo high yield, basically, these torpedo platforms are going to activate the same deal. Very nice. Now, this is also part of a space set. All of the 3 consoles that you're going to get from all of the 3 ships. If you equipped 2 of those, you're going to get predictive maneuvering, so plus 10 in flight speed, plus 10% in flight speed, and also plus 10 in accuracy rating. And if you equipped all 3 of them, reduces recharge on the Alliance Allied Pilot Escort console abilities by 1 minute. That's really nice because these things only are usable for the next 60 seconds. So if you have all 3 of them, you can use them continuously. Wing torpedo platforms will now use rank 2 of torpedo high yield and also torpedo spread instead of rank 1. So I don't know if you want to waste 3 console slots just to have this as a benefit, but that's just me. That is just me. That's not you. Mastery. So level 1. +5 in accuracy rating. Level 2 is +5 in defense. Level 3 +10% in kinetic and energy damage. Level 4 is +2.5 in critical chance across the board. So all of your beams, all of your cannons, torpedoes, everything is going to do 2.5% more crits. And that unlockable Starship Trait, painful memories, engineering bridge officer ability, cause slow plus electrical damage over time. So to any foe affected by one of your engineering bridge officer abilities for the next 10 seconds, he or she is going to get -50% in flight speed and also 310 electrical damage per second with 100% shield penetration for the next 10 seconds. Yeah, those are numbers that you guys see right here. Those are based on my my character, and just to make sure I don't have any skills allocated to anything that has to do with space. I do have a couple of traits, but that's just negligible. Bridge officers, we have a Lieutenant Commander Universal Station, we have a Lieutenant Universal Station, we have a Lieutenant Commander Engineering Station, so definitely a little bit heavy on engineering. We have a Commander Tactical / Pilot Station and also an Ensign Engineering Station. So that's it for all of the visuals and a little bit of a rundown what this ship is capable of. Now usually I go through the bridge and bridge tour, but since these don't have a bridge or a unique bridge, I'm just going to get this thing in combat and see how good it's going to perform. Here we go with your Gala patrol mission wanted. Now let's help these guys a little bit. Now I did got one bridge officer that has to do with engineering, so whenever we are going to unlock that trait, this thing is going to do damage to him, because we definitely found out that we can do damage with engineering. And it's like shredding everything of these guys. Let's use that pilot backward maneuver to have it go at the same shields facings. It is shredding this thing. 17,000 right there. Nice. We can also deploy these torpedo wing platforms. So here we go. Oh, incoming hail. So we got 2 of these things right here. And whenever we are going to activate high yield, they're going to do that, the same thing. So gravity well maybe on that guy. Torpedo high yield. Go, go, go. They're also going to use torpedo high yield. Okay, so let's get a little bit backwards. Nice. So you can basically have a go at it at the same shield visuals, or at least not at the same shield, the shield facings, if you want to use that backwards maneuver. Just like that. Nice. 7,000 twice. Oh, the experimental hypercannon actually missed the target. That 360-degree arc actually missed. What kind of shields am I using? Okay, the Bajoran ones. All right, let's catch up to this guy. Forward, please. There we go. You are hiding. Give me some more weapon power. Now this thing is definitely turning a lot faster than I'm accustomed to, so I'm... There we go. Target shields are gone. There it goes. Definitely destroyed all of these guys. Can we use the torpedo platforms? 3, 2, 1. There we go. My shields are fading. There we go. Oh, my hull is about to get vaporized. Who am I targeting? This guy. Oh no, that guy's dead. I need a new target. You guys can see that this thing is doing a lot and lots of DPS, even though my build is not really set up for DPS. Or I mean my character, this ship is doing a lot of damage. Give me more firepower. These caisson carriers, these are just wasted right now. Get backwards. Look at that, 2023. That's, wow, this thing actually got ripped apart really quickly. So if you like this kind of play style, this ship is definitely for you. What else? What else? How is my shields? I don't know if I'm at full health yet. Yeah, I'm at full health. Okay. Go backwards and then just vaporize this guy. More firepower, please. Backwards, that thing is gonna explode. Nice. Oh, dead. Well, that died. I don't know why and how, but it died. Torpedo platforms. Shields are failing. Move backwards. Pilot abilities. Very nice. Gravity well. He's gonna get the warp core breach. 18, 19, that's about 27, 37, sorry, math. Yeah. That's basically my entire hull. Those are really nice. So a couple of you have been asking, what are these, that one. What is that torpedo that's actually detonating? That is part of a trait. Trait. Do I have it here somewhere? I think it's this one. No. It's not crippling fire. It was from the Zenkethi. Crippling fire, fleet coordinator, blade of hell, failsafe scamper, when below no. Where is it? Where is it? Superior beam training. Huh. That's just weird. Armor pen, hull, flight. Okay, that's just weird. That has to do with like the carrier trait. The Zenkethi carrier. Whenever I'm going to activate like a tactical bridge officer ability, is basically going to fire off these 3 dots that are basically doing kinetic damage. Can't seem to find where it was, but it's basically that one. So, yeah. All right, let's kill off this guy as well. My shields are needing of healing just a little bit. Torpedo platform, go, go, go. There we go. They do just kinetic damage right there. Oh, 28. Oh my god, this thing is awesome. As ships go, actually, I mean, it's not the best one when it comes to survivability, but it's kind of in the top tier when it's going to deal out damage. Now, that bush that you guys are seeing, those are from the Bajoran shields. Whenever a shield facing is depleted, it's going to burst out it's going to burst out plasma. Okay, let me just heal my shields a little bit. So this guy is almost taking away all of my shield. That's not good. I'm going to step backwards because this guy's going to explode. Because he's dead. Oh, it didn't explode. It just was there disabled. Okay. Boom. Boom, I tell you. Boom. Big bada boom. Alright, grab that. Very nice reward. Now, stop. I just want to say one thing. Overall, where is this ship? You know, is it good for you? Is it not good for you? Well, if you want to do DPS, yes, it's good for you. You have to keep a close eye on what's happening right here. Your hull is going to be vaporized because it's like basically a paper cannon or a glass cannon. It's not going to take up, you know, if you do a lot of threat against the enemy, you're not going to be able to take a lot of, you know, a lot of firepower that the enemy is throwing at you. This thing is lacking in science consoles, so you're not going to do a lot of like enhanced gravity wells and stuff like that. So it's just the normal, you know, scientific stuff. For engineering, you know, it's quite good. If you want to do engineering stuff, you know, heal and, you know, all kinds of engineering abilities, you can enhance that quite good with 4 console slots, but then you're sacrificing engineering for other survivability issues. So with that being said, you know, it is what it is. It's not for everybody, but it's, you know, for those people that actually know what they're doing and they're having good traits and good skills as players. This ship can definitely deal out massive DPS. Anyway, that's just my, you know, my thoughts on this ship. I hope you guys have, you know, other ideas. Let me know in the comment section how you're going to build this ship, and if it's to your satisfactory or if it's not to your satisfactory. Yeah, let me know in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. Anyway, that's it for this review. Hope you guys had a little bit of fun and knowledge coming out of my channel. Entertainment is key, and I hope to see you on the next video. For now, take care and later.